Your focus is not disappearing. It is leaking. Not in one dramatic failure. Not in one obvious collapse. It is leaving through the tiny cracks you keep calling normal. The phone face up. The open tab. The quick reply. The half-finished thought. The task you keep checking instead of finishing. The promise you made to your future, sitting beside a screen that can summon every smaller version of you. You are not weak because your attention is under attack. But you are responsible for the doors you keep leaving open. A cracked furnace can have real fire inside it. It can glow. It can smoke. It can look alive. But if the heat keeps escaping, the steel never reaches forging temperature. That is what is happening to your work. You have ambition. You have ideas. You have private pressure. But your focus has leaks. And until you seal them, you will keep mistaking motion for heat. You already know the pattern. You sit down to work. For a moment you feel serious. The room gets quiet. The task is in front of you. The future feels close enough to touch. Then the first leak opens. A notification. A message you do not need to answer. A tab you left alive because maybe it matters. A thought about another task. A quick check to make sure nothing changed. You tell yourself it only took 10 seconds. But attention is not measured only in seconds. It is measured in temperature. Every small break cools the room. Every open loop asks your mind to keep one hand on the door. Every tiny compromise teaches your nervous system that this block is negotiable. Then you wonder why the deep work never arrives. You wonder why the script stays thin. You wonder why the offer stays vague. You wonder why the business keeps moving in fragments. The problem is not that you are lazy. Lazy is too simple. The problem is that you are allowing 1,000 small claims on the part of you that should be most expensive. Your first clear hour. Your cleanest thinking. Your private drive before the world gets a vote. You keep spending it in pennies. A scroll penny. A reply penny. A checking penny. A tiny panic penny. Then the dream asks for capital and you act surprised that nothing is left. The few do not protect focus because they are naturally calm. They protect focus because they know it is expensive. They know a one-person empire is built by the quality of attention you can hold when nobody is watching. In the forge, heat has to be contained. Fire alone is not enough. A furnace is not powerful because it has flame. It is powerful because the chamber holds the flame in one place long enough to change the material. If the walls crack, heat escapes. If the door stays open, heat escapes. If the blacksmith keeps stopping to inspect every sound outside the room, the steel cools before it can bend. Your focus works the same way. The task is the steel. Your attention is the heat. The protected block is the chamber. And the leaks are not always dramatic. Some leaks look responsible. Let me just check the inbox. Let me answer this so it does not sit. Let me keep that tab open in case I need it. Let me research one more thing before I begin. Let me make the workspace perfect. Let me see what everyone else is doing. Those lines sound harmless because each one asks for a small amount. But small leaks are dangerous because they feel affordable. They do not ask for your whole dream at once. They ask for your depth. They ask for your continuity. They ask for the clean edge of your mind. And once that edge is gone, the work becomes heavier than it had to be. Now the paragraph feels hard. Now the offer feels cloudy. Now the recording feels awkward. Now the plan feels distant. Not because the task changed. Because the chamber cooled. The obsidian blacksmith does not blame the steel for staying rigid when the fire is leaking through the walls. He seals the chamber. He closes the door. He removes what does not belong near the heat. He knows the strike only works when the temperature has been protected. That is the standard. If the work matters, the chamber must be sealed before the work begins. Not after you get distracted. Not when you finally feel serious. Before. So do not make this mystical. Before your next work block, run a leak check. 3 minutes. No drama. No new identity speech. Just a clean inspection. First, remove the obvious leak. Phone away. Not face down beside your hand. Away. Cross the room. In another room if the work is serious. Second, close the open loops. It's closed. Inbox closed. Messages closed. Notes not related to the task closed. If something must be remembered, write it on one capture line and return to the work. Do not keep a second task alive in your head. Third, name the one proof target. Not work on the business. Not improve the content. Not get organized. Name the proof. Draft the first page. Record the first lesson. Build the offer outline. Send the 5 pitches. Clean the landing page section. Finish the one asset. The task needs edges. Edges keep heat from escaping. Fourth, decide the first strike before the timer starts. When the block begins, your first action should already be obvious. Open the document. Write the first sentence. Press record. Move the file. Start the build. Do not use the first 10 minutes to negotiate with the work. The first 10 minutes are where the old self usually wins. And fifth, make the block unavailable to lesser claims. If someone can always reach you, your future is always renting the hour. If every feeling can interrupt you, your standards are not standards yet. Protect one block like it is capital. Because it is. Your attention is the money before the money. It is the asset before the asset. It is the heat before the blade. Seal one leak before the next block starts. Then hold the chamber closed long enough for proof to appear. The old self wants more motivation. The new self seals the leak. The old self wants a perfect mood. The new self protects the chamber. The old self says it was only a quick check. The new self knows quick checks have been stealing whole seasons. So look at the next block. Find the leak you already know is there. Do not study it. Do not explain it. Remove it. Put the phone away. Close the door. Close the tab. Name the proof. Touch the steel. And when the smaller world starts asking for your heat, let it wait. The furnace does not apologize for staying closed. Neither should you. Your focus is not disappearing. It is leaking. Now seal it.